break interviewing President Jimmy Carter while she was still in college. Now she is the longest-serving female anchor for a daily national TV show in history. Check her out in action.
Now, Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. The story that continues to grip the nation. Important information that you need to know. A viral phenomenon.
Best-selling author and Emmy-winning host, of course, of Inside Edition, Deborah Norville. I really do love those tassels. Can you tell me where you got it? Amazing. You know, she is one of my tallest friends, and I said to her, you couldn't have some pity and wear flats today.
Yeah, but look at them. They look great. Yeah, thank you.
They're stunning.
That was like a clip of the many hairstyles of Deborah Norville. I'm still waiting to decide on one.
But they all look great.
Thank you. Yeah.
Congratulations on such a wonderful, wonderful
Well,
career.
congratulations to you. 10 years here. 20 years here. I mean, you know what?
20 years, though.
On Inside Edition, we're doing something right.
Amazing.
Thanks.
20 years.
And knock on a lot of wood,
in
yeah.
television history, you know what that list looks like? 3.
Like Gunsmoke or something like that.
I know, right? You know, I gotta say, it must be weird to look back over such a lengthy and diverse career and be able to pick moments, and I'm sure people ask you this all the time, but it's usually what is your most favorite or most special moment that you think is like the most outrageous, that you sort of cringe to think about. You're like, oh, I can't believe that happened.
Never happened. Yeah, there's one, and happily we don't have it on tape because those were the days before everybody had VCRs rolling. But
right.
The news break when I was a local anchor in Atlanta happened 30 minutes sooner than it was supposed to, right. And so the voice of God comes over the PA and says, "News break in 3 minutes." And my hair was long, and I had it. I'm from Georgia. The higher the hair, the closer to God. And I had it all teased up like that. Oh, no. So I had to like pull it down, run through the studio, grab my jacket, grab my script, go up 2 flights of stairs to get to the studio where we had chairs that were like office chairs with the little wheels. Right. And the microphone cord was wrapped around the wheel, so I am on my all fours trying to unwrap it. No. Someone's job was to put that microphone right there where you could put it on. By now there's a slide that says, like we've got the Rachael slide. There was a slide that said Channel 5. I finally put the microphone on, and the lead story was, there's been a prison break in the Atlanta Federal Penitentiary. And our studio was really close to the federal penitentiary. Oh, and the people called the police, and they said, "We think we know where the criminals are." So that was, I had not thought about that in years. That's amazing. Oh my God, this is memory lane. Look at that. That camera that man happily has on a tripod, those cameras, just the camera itself weighed about 35 pounds. Oh, and the lens was another 20-something. And if you think about it now, we will put iPhone footage on our show.
That's
so
right.
The size of everything. I think what keeps it fresh is that it's always changing.
It's never the 2 days are never alike.
I mean, like,
right?
we had the Pope in America.
Yeah.
And that was an unbelievable thing. And yeah, popes have come before. But this was still a really neat story to cover, even if you've covered the Pope before, like that family from Argentina.
Right.
Sold everything, drove all the way up. They get to meet the Pope. And the Pope looks at him and says, "You people are crazy." Like, that's really cool, you know. Cool, and we'll actually tell
really
people
cool.
that
I
are
love
crazy,
him.
that they're
He's
crazy.
terrific.
Yeah.
You know, I love that there was an image on the front page of one of the major newspapers of the Pope shaking hands. He went to visit inmates in prison, and the man is wearing the bracelet,
and you see
prison
the
bracelet, and his tattoos, shaking hands with the Pope. I mean, it brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah, you know what? God is everywhere, and God
He's
is
definitely
with
that
everyone,
man for sure.
And He is in prison.
He's definitely that man. So, you know, I find this a fascinating project of Deborah's. You guys all know Chicken Soup for the Soul, right?
Yeah.
That book series. Well, Deborah wrote one of them. Seriously, co-wrote one of them, and it's called Think Possible. It's 101 stories about using positive attitude to improve your life. Now, we both lived this. You know, you have to be a bit of a visionary, and if you think positive things really do happen.
It's so true. Didn't you start at the candy counter somewhere once upon a time?
Yeah, I managed a candy counter at Macy's, but basically I'm a waitress from upstate New York.
Right.
I mean, if you think positive.
Right. And
really,
it's like
and work very, very hard.
Right. And I mean, just show of hands here. How many people here in this audience have a dream of something they'd like to accomplish one day?
Everybody,
Okay,
right?
everybody
Who doesn't?
does. Once you've decided, hey, you know what, it could happen, you actually filter out the noise, the people who say, oh no, Rachel, that couldn't happen, or oh no, Deborah, don't even think about it, it'll never be your story. You filter that out and you are more focused and you actually are more energetic. So if you think it's possible, you actually can make it happen. It's like when I was a little girl, we would always watch Cinderella on TV.
Yeah.
And it's impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. That song was singing in the back of my head my entire career.
Wow.
And yet then there's that line that talks about, but the world is full of, you know, fools who don't believe in sensible rules. I didn't believe in the rules, and dang it, here I am.
If you don't
Thank
believe
you.
it, the power of positive thinking.
It works. It absolutely works.
Deborah made a little behind the scenes of her get up and go. Like, how do you get up and go every day, day after day? And I find this really cool that she shot this video. How many of us would be brave enough in this room, except the gentleman, of course, to shoot a video at home with no makeup on at dawn? Like, I've been sleeping with a pit bull and an Italian all night. It is not a good-looking thing in the morning. Let's take a look at how Deborah gets her day rolling.
Hi, Rachel. Goodbye, Rachel. It's time for coffee, which my very nice husband always has made. And I always have coffee in my bear cup. My husband drinks out of the doggy cup. But the biggest challenge of my day is found here. A closet. Only in New York City do we live like little mice stacked up on top of each other. And this is my closet, where spring, summer, fall, and winter all peacefully coexist, jammed next to one another. But it's also where a lot of the yarn lives. There's yarn everywhere because I love to knit. I'm really on here. And this is what I look at every day as I'm walking out the door. And one child, another one self-picture, and my babies when they were little. Hi, good morning. Best thing about cab rides is I get to go through emails. And now it's off to work, and a new chapter of fun begins. See you there.
So cute. Oh, how far do you run every morning?
Honestly, long enough to be able to shoot that one. I hate to run. It's a horrible, horrible thing. Running is what you do when you're late for the plane and it's the very last. I hate it. It's I don't do it. I don't do it. Whitney was back there when she was getting her makeup done. She had this rubber band on her knee. She's sitting in the makeup chair. She's doing, I said, I have one of those rubber bands.
Work it out in the makeup chair.
But it just lives in my toe bag. It never comes out.
From one amazing woman to another amazing young lady, you guys are going to meet this 6-year-old. She has over 8 million views on YouTube.